Qatar gained independence from Britain in 1971 and has been ruled by the Al Thani family since the mid-19th century. The country's wealth and influence are largely due to its vast reserves of oil and natural gas, which have enabled it to invest heavily in infrastructure and development projects. Qatar is also an influential player in regional and international politics and has used its wealth to diversify its economy and build a strong reputation as a hub for innovation, education, and culture in the Middle East. Qatar is a small country located on the northeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula in Western Asia. The country is bordered by Saudi Arabia to the south, with the Persian Gulf surrounding the rest of the country. Qatar has a total land area of 11,586 square kilometers, 4,473 square miles, and a coastline of approximately 560 kilometers, 348 miles. The country's capital and largest city is Doha, which is located on the eastern coast of the peninsula. Doha is also the country's main commercial and cultural center, as well as a hub for transportation, education, and tourism. Qatar's location on the Persian Gulf and its extensive coastline have enabled the country to develop a strong maritime industry, including shipping, fishing, and offshore oil and gas production. The Gulf also serves as a natural barrier that has protected Qatar from external threats and made it a strategic location for international trade and diplomacy. Qatar's membership in the Gulf Cooperation Council has been marked by disputes with other members, particularly Saudi Arabia, over issues such as terrorism, regional stability, and economic policy. Qatar has a rich and diverse history that dates back thousands of years. Qatar's geography and climate have played a significant role in shaping the culture and way of life of its people. The country's arid desert terrain, harsh climate, and oil and gas reserves have influenced Qatari culture, with a strong emphasis on hospitality, self-reliance, resilience, and a traditional Bedouin lifestyle. The Gulf has also played an important role in shaping Qatari culture, with opportunities for maritime trade and transport, and a seafaring heritage. Qatar's modern and cosmopolitan culture reflects its diverse population, with influences from both traditional and modern sources. Qatar has a rich and diverse history that dates back thousands of years. The region that is now Qatar was originally inhabited by a variety of nomadic tribes and was a part of several ancient empires, including the Persian, Ottoman, and British empires. In the early 19th century, Qatar was a small and largely isolated trading hub, with a population of only a few thousand people. However, the discovery of oil in the 1940s and 1950s transformed the country's economy and brought unprecedented wealth and prosperity. Qatar is a culturally diverse country, with influences from various sources. Arabic culture has had a significant influence on Qatari culture, particularly in terms of language, religion, and social customs. Islam is the official religion of Qatar and plays a central role in the daily lives of its people. Qatari Arabic is the official language, although English is widely spoken as well. Bedouin culture, with its emphasis on a traditional nomadic lifestyle, has also had a significant impact on Qatari culture. This is reflected in Qatari traditional dress, which includes the thobe, long white robe, for men, and the abaya, long black robe, for women. Bedouin customs, such as hospitality and a strong sense of community, also remain important in Qatari culture. Islam is the official religion of Qatar and plays a central role in the daily lives of its people. The country's legal system is based on Islamic law, and mosques can be found throughout the country. Prayer times are observed throughout the day, and the call to prayer can be heard throughout the cities and towns. Qatar is known for its conservative interpretation of Islam, which emphasizes modesty and traditional values. For example, Qatari women are expected to dress modestly, wearing the abaya in public and covering their heads when visiting mosques. Alcohol consumption is also heavily regulated, with only licensed hotels and restaurants allowed to serve alcohol. In addition to Islamic religious practices, Qatari culture also places a strong emphasis on hospitality, generosity, and community. These values are rooted in Islamic teachings and are reflected in the way Qatari people interact with each other and with visitors to the country. Overall, Islam plays a significant role in shaping daily life in Qatar and is a central aspect of the country's culture and identity. Qatar's economy heavily relies on oil and natural gas production. To reduce its dependence on these finite resources, the country has taken steps to promote economic diversification. It has invested in developing its transportation infrastructure and tourism industry, as well as in innovation and technology. Qatar has also pursued strategic partnerships and investments abroad. Although Qatar's economy remains heavily reliant on oil and gas, the government is taking significant steps to create a more sustainable economy for the future. Qatar has developed significant industries beyond oil and gas production, such as finance and construction. The country has established itself as a regional financial hub through institutions like the Qatar Central Bank and the Qatar Investment Authority. Additionally, construction has been a vital industry in Qatar due to the country's modernization efforts, with infrastructure projects like new stadiums and hotels being built in preparation for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. This has created a plethora of opportunities for the construction industry and related sectors. Tourism, manufacturing, telecommunications, and healthcare are other important industries in Qatar, which the government has developed through strategic partnerships and investments with foreign companies. Despite the continued dominance of the oil and gas industry, Qatar's progress in diversifying its economy has created new opportunities for local and foreign businesses, contributing to the country's long-term economic sustainability. Qatar has become a major hub for sports and entertainment, hosting a number of high-profile international events and attracting top athletes and performers from around the world. The country's hosting of the 2022 FIFA World Cup is a significant milestone, with the tournament set to be held in state-of-the-art stadiums and facilities that have been built specifically for the event. In addition to sports, Qatar is also home to a number of cultural and entertainment venues, including the Qatar National Convention Center and the Qatar Cultural Village. These venues host a wide range of events, from concerts and theater performances to art exhibitions and film festivals, making Qatar an increasingly popular destination for visitors looking for a mix of sports and cultural experiences. Qatar hosts a number of cultural and entertainment events throughout the year, including the Doha Film Festival, the Qatar National Day celebrations, and the Qatar International Food Festival. These events showcase the country's rich cultural heritage and provide opportunities for both locals and visitors to participate in a variety of activities and experiences. In addition, the country also hosts a number of sporting events, such as the Qatar Open Tennis Tournament and the Qatar Goodwood Festival. These events, combined with Qatar's modern infrastructure and world-class amenities, make it a popular destination for tourists and business travelers alike. Qatar has made significant investments in its education system over the past few decades. The country has implemented a comprehensive education system that includes both public and private schools, as well as universities and research institutions. The Ministry of Education and Higher Education oversees the education system, while the Qatar Foundation for Education, Science and Community Development has played a major role in promoting education and research in the country. The foundation has established a number of educational institutions, including Qatar Academy, Education City, and the Qatar National Library, which have helped to raise the standard of education and research in the country. Qatar has a highly regarded healthcare system, with modern hospitals and clinics equipped with advanced technologies and medical equipment. The government has made significant investments in healthcare infrastructure, including building new medical facilities and partnering with top international institutions. Qatar offers free or subsidized medical care to all citizens and residents through a universal healthcare system that includes primary care clinics, specialized services, and emergency care. The country has also invested in healthcare research and development, with a focus on innovative treatments and cutting-edge technologies, and the Qatar Foundation plays a major role in promoting healthcare research and education. Qatar has made significant efforts to promote sustainability and protect the environment. It has invested heavily in renewable energy, such as solar power and wind energy, and aims to generate 20% of its electricity from renewable sources by 2030. Additionally, the country has implemented a number of waste reduction initiatives, including recycling programs and waste-to-energy projects. Qatar also promotes sustainable transportation through initiatives such as the Doha Metro and a bike-sharing program. Finally, the country is actively working to preserve its natural habitats and wildlife, with several protected areas and conservation projects in place. Qatar is one of the countries most vulnerable to the effects of climate change, including rising sea levels, desertification, and extreme weather events. The country is taking steps to mitigate its impact through the Qatar National Vision 2030, which includes initiatives to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and increase the use of renewable energy. Qatar has also invested in research and development to identify and address the potential impacts of climate change on various sectors of its economy, such as agriculture and water resources. The country is working to diversify its economy and reduce its dependence on fossil fuels to achieve long-term sustainability. Qatar is known for its diverse ecosystems and natural landmarks, including the UNESCO-recognized Khor Al Adaid, also known as the Inland Sea. It is a saltwater tidal lake surrounded by towering sand dunes, home to migratory birds and occasionally endangered sea turtles. Another important landmark is the Al Zubarah Fort, an archaeological site which offers a glimpse into Qatar's rich history and culture as a former pearl fishing and trading port. Qatar also has several parks and nature reserves, such as the Al Khor Community Park and the Al Wabra Wildlife Preservation, providing opportunities for outdoor recreation and wildlife observation. Encourage visitors to explore Qatar and experience its unique blend of modernity and tradition, including its world-class attractions, vibrant cultural events, and beautiful natural landmarks. From its stunning architecture and museums to its sports and entertainment scene, there is something for everyone in Qatar. With a strong focus on sustainability and environmental conservation, visitors can also enjoy the country's commitment to preserving its natural beauty. Overall, a trip to Qatar promises to be a rich and unforgettable experience.